that match, like, when I was watching it, too, I kept watching it over, and I was like, was, like, the Fiend thing, like, was he sandbagging the match, or was, like, Goldberg just, out of it? I don't even know. Like, it was just, like, the way things were done in the match, like that jackhammer thing.
Yeah, that was whack.
That thing, like, I watched it 100 times, and I'm like, is he not throwing his legs up to, like, put into the move?
Yeah, it was very weird. And I didn't like the way they ended it, because, like, I get the 4 spears. No one's ever done that before. So, like, I kind of get that. That was cool. Like, listen, no one can take 4 spears from Goldberg and then kick out. So I like that they did that with the Fiend. I just didn't like that jackhammer. Like, it was so crappy. If I was Bray Wyatt, I would have kicked out to do it again. Because it was just whack. And to end it like that, and he barely picked up his leg, and it was like, I don't know. We've seen the Fiend do some
The question that I want to know is who made the move whack. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I guess it almost looked like Goldberg wasn't strong enough to pick up Bray Wyatt in a way.
Is that what you think? Or do you
I don't know. I mean, listen, Bray Wyatt's not that. He's big, but he's not fat. He's not obese. So I don't see why not. I could see him having trouble with The Undertaker because The Undertaker's tall. So picking up a taller guy is a lot harder than picking up a guy that's your size. It just...
Well, no, also I think The Undertaker's, like, older, too. So
yeah, of course. That match was horrible.
Bray Wyatt 100% could sell that move. I was just wondering, maybe he was like, yo, this is bullshit.
Yeah, this is bullshit, and he's like, yeah. I know, it could be. It definitely could be.
Like,
I mean...
Remember back in the day, who was it, Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels, when he had that match, and they told Shawn Michaels, like, sell the moves, just oversold everything like crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Remember that? When he was, like, hitting the turnbuckle, when he was, like, jumping around all over the place.
I mean, that's the wrestling that was great too, but it's like some of the stuff today is like really gimmicky, and it's just like over the top. I mean, what match are you most looking forward to at WrestleMania? I mean, we got John Cena right now with Fiend. We got for me, it's Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that I think. Oh, speaking of this, I don't mean to get off the topic, but I liked what they did with the Brock Lesnar Ricochet thing.
Oh, you liked it?
You like that?
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of like him, like just like I guess we knew he was gonna annihilate him. I just felt like maybe a little.
It's not believable that Ricochet's gonna come in there.
No, I just wanted Brock to play with him. I would have loved if he would have gave him like 30 fucking suplex cities. I wanted him to destroy Ricochet, so I don't see Ricochet until like after WrestleMania, and he's healed. Like that's what I want. I want him to get his ass kicked. Because that's what we need. Because Ricochet is a good wrestler. He's just horrible on the mic, and I feel like he's not. He just needs to go another level now.
But the Brock Lesnar thing I thought was good because it was it's not really believable that Brock Lesnar killing everybody and then Ricochet's gonna come in
and give him a fight. I love that he swatted him away. That was great. Like in the beginning of the match, that was really cool. Yeah. But I mean, like, look at it. He fought Cain Velasquez and beat Cain in 2 minutes. So and look at Cain. He's a big guy. So. That's believable because that's UFC style, the way he took him out with the submission.
That's true. Like, what do you think about this whole thing going on with Matt Riddle and like all the drama, like with the Brock Lesnar thing?
I like it. I like it in a way because it's bringing that realism in there.
Right.
I mean, based on facts.
You heard Triple H comment on it? Did you hear that?
I didn't. No, what did he say? Unless I heard it.
He basically was like, "Oh, Matt Riddle's a great athlete and everything he's doing in the ring good." He's like, but him and Brock Lesnar are grown men, and then he's gonna let them deal with their own things. He's not gonna get involved with that. He's like, he doesn't know if it's like a work or not. He's like, I'm not gonna get involved in that unless someone comes to him, basically. Yeah, because listen, at the end of the day, Brock gets what Brock wants, So Brock already said, I think in an interview or on Twitter, he said, "I'll never work with you." So who knows? What do you think about Randy Orton right now with Edge and everything, and now Matt Hardy? I think that was cool. Like, I keep hearing all these rumors about Matt Hardy. Like, I don't know if it's like
him going to AEW.
Like, I heard rumors about. I heard like so many. I heard like he's gonna be in AEW. I heard that he's gonna work with NXT. I heard that like I don't even know what they're doing at this point. I just think that what the WWE like they should do, like Matt Hardy was making TNA, whatever, so good
Oh.
at that point, at one point. Yeah, Impact, whatever.
Yeah, I loved it when they were there.
Yeah, he was making things so good, and they let him run with it. And now, like, I just feel like they don't let him do much. Like,
listen,
they don't let him do much of his own stuff.
Yeah, no, like, come on, the Lake of Reincarnation. I mean, that's like genius. I even tweeted him when he lost. I said, dude, all you need to do is dip yourself in there and come out as Broken Hardy, and go to AEW, and you're like a set paycheck. You wrestle once a week guaranteed, and we're gonna get good quality entertainment, you know. But listen, he might want to stay with WWE. He might like it there. He might like it there because he gets to wrestle when he probably wants, you know, because he's a legend. So.
Yeah, I just feel like they're wasting.
Yes, they are. They are. They watered down the broken Matt Hardy thing. They made it Woken. I thought that was stupid. Then they mixed it with Bray Wyatt, which was even dumber. And then it was like they just like kind of brought him back to like 2.0 Matt Hardy. It's like, what are you doing? It was just like it's just too much going back and forth, and it just made no sense.
You know what they said too? They said, I remember seeing them say, like, I don't know if it was true or not. They were like, oh, WWE's going to start letting guys run with their own stuff. And I think if they did something like that,
they should.
It would be much better because, like, when they're telling these people how to be and like stuff like that, not letting them go and do their own thing and make their own creative stuff, it's not real. I don't know.
Yeah, you're having writers do stuff in the back that don't know how to actually represent their material. So if you don't have a guy that can actually sell the stuff you're trying to sell, then no one's gonna buy. And that's where we're getting it. It's always, I just feel like a lot of stuff in WWE is forced based on what Vince wants, not what he thinks is best for business. Sometimes I don't think it makes sense, some of the things he does.
You know what I think too? I think they need to switch up things with talent where they have a lot of talent and then they're like
too much talent.
Yeah, they need to like separate it. Like some guys are on this and some guys are on that. And some guys are at this or that, and some guys are at that. They can't, like, that's the same thing. I think even like imagine you get Luke Harper, right, in AEW, or Matt Hardy in AEW. Eventually they're gonna run into the same kind of thing with like the same kind of problem WWE has, where there's too many people. And they don't have.
Exactly.
They already too many people already because there's so many people that I don't even get to see that you know what I mean. Like that, I know they signed a bunch of people and you don't even see them.
Dude, they have. I checked. They have over 80 people on the roster. That's insane. Between SmackDown and Raw. Yeah, you never see them. I mean, like, look at Eric Young. I love Eric Young. Bring back Sanity, man. That was such a good gimmick. They ruined that. Then they ruined him, and he's such a great wrestler. That it's like he's just a jobber now, and I hate it.
You know what I'd like to see go to AEW? Zack Ryder.
Oh, Zach. Well, you know, he's got his name on Twitter now, Matt Corona, whatever whatever his name is, and because he's trying to build his name now. Because you know, once he leaves WWE, he can't use Zack Ryder, and no one's gonna even know who the fuck he is. So. Yeah. I love my favorite underrated wrestler right now by far because he's so humble. And he's actually got his own wrestling company and he's training people. And that's Kurt Hawkins. I love that guy.
Oh, yeah, he's good too. And they don't even do nothing with him.
Yo, dude, he trained MJF. He trained Chris Statlander from his own company, Create a Wrestler, with another guy. He's doing stuff on the side right now that's so extraordinary. And he's not even on TV with WWE. But listen, here's one thing. Like a guy like EC3, right? You never see him. But he's making $200,000 a year, and he's not even on TV. You can't complain if you're him, right? I mean, you got a steady paycheck.
No, you can't because to be honest with you, in the end of the day, you know, injuries happen.
Yeah, injuries happen. People get hurt, you know, and then look.
And you're not getting hurt, and you're making money. But it's just the only thing. There's a good side to it, and there's a bad side.
Yes, you're right.
The good side to it is you're right. You're getting to live a nice life, and you're getting to be around your family,
and do what you love, you know.
Money, and you're not getting hurt, and you're not getting surgeries and all that stuff. But the bad side to it is your brand is being nothing's happening with it.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Even if he wasn't, it's just his quality of life being better and shit, and knowing that like, I get to work and I'm good. You know what I mean? That's nice in general. You know.
Yeah. No.
You don't want to be like, you don't want to be on there. Like, even if you're like they're using you a lot, you don't want to be on there to the point where you're friggin' beat the hell up and you're just out there all the time. Sure, you're getting look how much attention, but you're like, what's the point of making a lot of money if you never have the chance to spend it and all you do is work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Even if you love what you're doing in every job, it's still a job at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So
it's true, and even if like we don't realize it too, they do those live shows, man, and they're wrestling during those live shows too, off camera. So that's like all the time. Yeah. So tonight's show, Revolution. Who do you got? So we got Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho.
I think I'd like to see Chris Jericho win.
Me too. I think it's too early for Jon Moxley to get a title right now.
Yeah, I kind of like Chris Jericho having the belt in there.
Yeah, he's great, man. And especially he's putting everybody over. Sammy Guevara, and I mean, I always loved LAX. They were one of my favorites in the Indies. So to get to see them now flourish is so awesome.
I just like Chris Jericho in general. I think everything he does, I don't know, it's entertaining. I just like him in general. I like him everywhere he's been so far. Who else?
All right, so we got Omega and Hangman Adam Page versus the Young Bucks.
And that's like is that a tag title? What is that?
Yeah, tag title, yeah.
It is. I guess I'm gonna say the Young Bucks. I think only because I kind of just don't. I don't know. I kind of just don't really. I like Kenny Omega and
Hangman, just not as a tag, right?
Yeah, I just like them better than by themselves.
Yeah, it's just very WWE-esque.
Tag teams that are actually gonna stay tag teams.
Yes, I know. If you ask me, it's very WWE because they do that all the time.
They just threw the guys together. I'd rather see Private Party or something.
Yeah, Private Party. Come on, this guy's great.
I'd rather see a tag team that's a tag team that's gonna be stay a tag team.
The Lucha Brothers, those guys are amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Lucha Brothers or Santana Ortiz.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be future champs right there. I think the Inner Circle's gonna hold everything at one point. But,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So all right. So now we got Cody Rhodes versus MJF, which I can't wait for. I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes because Cody's got to get that retribution from the slashes and everything that he's been enduring and stuff.
That one I'm not sure because I kind of like seeing that thing go with MJF messing with him.
Yeah, that's very true. That could continue. So. So we got Pac versus Orange Cassidy, which just got thrown together at the last show. This is the first time we'll see Cassidy wrestle. Do you like Orange Cassidy?
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen him a long time ago. When I was talking to someone, they were telling me how mad, crazy, talented that guy is, even though you never really see him do anything.
Yeah. I think his gimmick is great.
I heard he was super talented before he had that whole Orange Cassidy.
So that's perfect. That's even better. That means he's gonna put on a good show. I'm gonna say Pac's gonna win that because Pac just lost to Omega and he needs to be put over.
I think that match is gonna be really good though.
It's definitely gonna be good, yeah, and I think it's definitely gonna be the loudest match because the crowd loves Orange Cassidy. All right, so we got Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose. I think Rose is gonna retain. She just won the title. She's big.
Yeah, she's probably gonna keep it.
She's big. I like Chris Statlander, but I think that she's gonna keep it. Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. I'm gonna say Darby Allin's gonna win. But then again, Sammy might get the win.
I think I'd like to see Sammy Guevara win. I think I'd like to see the Inner Circle, all the guys that went from that circle.
I think Jake Hager. That's the next match I was.
One of the matches is Jack Swagger.
Jake Hager, yeah, versus Dustin Rhodes, and I'm telling you right now, Jake is winning because he.
Think so?
I think so too because listen, Dustin Rhodes is a great wrestler, but he always puts people over. Goldust always puts people over, and I just have this feeling that he might almost win, and there might be a false ending to this.
Right.
I think if Jake wins, it's a false ending. I don't think it's gonna be a fair win. Oh yeah, we have SCU versus the Dark Order, which I'm not really. I like the Dark Order.
There was another rumor too. They said that
Matt Hardy was gonna be in the Dark Order. Yeah.
Heard that? Yeah.
Listen, I know WWE's contracts, and there ain't no way Matt Hardy's gonna wrestle there and in less than 90 days wrestle for another company. let alone
No,
AEW.
They wouldn't want that.
Now they get like a 90 days clause. What do you? By the way, real quick, what do you think about all these suspensions with the policies and stuff with Andrade, now Samoa Joe?
What was it? Wellness policy?
Yeah, like what's up with that? I heard like they're like little stupid stuff, you know?
Because sometimes I think that they just do that. Like, I don't know 100% for a fact, but I think sometimes they just do that. Like, they'll be like, oh, the wellness policy is broken or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the guy just goes on some vacation. That's what I think.
Yeah, it could be that. I heard something about like Samoa Joe missing like a piss time or something, or he didn't want to do it, or he just didn't do it.
Like when they have those things, they'll be like, oh, you have this time limit, and sometimes the people just can't get to do it.
They can't get to do it in time, and then they suspend them, which I'm like, all right.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like, all right, and it's like, makes no sense, but okay.
What is Samoa Joe getting caught for? Like, come on, weed? Like, what
yeah, especially, it's like, please. That's the last thing you should be worried about. You had, back in the day, you had Shawn Michaels and all those guys going out on Percocets and painkillers because they couldn't feel their bodies. And they were wrestling, and half the time couldn't remember what they were doing. That's way more dangerous, you know? But I think that's it for Revolution. I think that's all the matches. Hey, if you want to talk about it real quick, I'm going to put this in the video, but it was a fun story, and I'd like you to tell it the time that we got to play CBGBs.
Oh, yeah. That was when we, oh, wow, that's right, you were with us, right?
Yeah.
When we called, do you remember when we called up?
Yeah. So, like, I'll just remind you. So, I remember we lugged everything on the U-Haul truck, right? And then we had to take the train there, like, all separate and meet up there. I remember that. And then I remember that there was so many people on the show that they said they would...
You don't remember? This is what happened. Check this out.
Okay.
So, some band was supposed to... We were there waiting for our time slot.
Yeah, I remember.
So the band didn't come yet, and we were late, so we just picked out the name of a random band that was on the show that wasn't there yet, and called up and pretended to be them, and said they were not coming. So the time slot opened up for us, so we could play.
And we got on the show, and hey, we can say that we got to play CBGBs, which is freaking awesome because it's not around anymore. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday, man. I remember you guys like I don't know if there were cell phones at the time. I think you guys might have went to like a payphone, or I can't remember. But maybe when it was like flip phones or something. But yeah, I remember like you guys looking over and getting the number. I think the band didn't come anyway, so it kind of worked out. But for me, that was probably why it was probably by far one of my worst shows because I had that crappy bass and it wasn't working, and I actually played the whole show like with it off, but still sold it.
Yeah, it was a good time, George.